Good day, everyone. Today, I'll be discussing very important topic in maritime field, engine resource management or ERM. So now, why do we need to talk about this? Because the engine room is the heart of the ship, just like how human pumps blood into the whole body. The engine room provides the power that makes the entire vessel move. If the heart fails, the whole body suffers. In the same way, if mistake happen in the engine room, it doesn't just affect the machinery. It can affect the safety of the crew, operation of the ship, and even the environment. So so ERM is all about making sure that the people, equipments, and information in the engine room are used properly so that everything runs smoothly and safely. So, definition of ERM. So, let's start the definition. Engine resource management is the practice of managing managing all available resource in the engine room. These resources includes the people or manpower, the equipment or the equipment and machinery, and the flow of information. But ERM isn't only about the technical side, like how to fix pump or check an engine. It also focuses on soft skills such as communication, teamwork, and decision making. So, for an example, imagine a situation there an alarm suddenly goes off the engine room. If the team doesn't communicate clearly, or if someone panics, the problem couldn't get worse. But if the team practices ERM communication properly, assigned assigning tasks correctly, and working as one, the issues can be involved quickly and safely. So, significance of ERM. So now, why is ERM is important? Because the engine room is not just any part of the ship. It is the core that keeps everything running. A single mistake, like ignoring a warning signal, or failing to coordinate with the team, can lead to the breakdown, accident, or even environmental damage like oil spills. ERM ERM prevents this by helping us avoid accidents, improving teamwork, keeping operations smooth and efficient. So think about it this way. A ship is like a small community at sea. Everyone depends on each other. If one person makes a mistake, everyone everyone could be affected. That's why ERM emphasize not just individual performance, but the collective effort of the whole team. So maintaining maintaining safety as OIC. So next, let's talk about the OI role of OIC, or the officer in charge of engineering watch. So as OIC, safety must always come first. This means monitoring the machinery carefully, making sure alarms are never ignored, coordinating with other team members, and taking immediate action if someone unusual happens. So for an example, if the engine room suddenly gets hotter than usual, or the machines is making strange noises, the OIC should not just dismiss it, but they need to investigate, ask the team to check and take the proper action right away. In short, the OIC, acts like the team captain, guiding, monitoring, and making sure the whole engine team is focused on the safety. For the important of elements of ERM, so first we have allocation, assignment, and prioritization of resources. This basically means how we give our task and decide what's most important. So tasks must be shared fairly so that no one is overloaded. So tasks must be shared fairly. So job should be given to the right person depending on their skills and experience. For example, a new trainee should not handle a complicated engine repair alone. So we also need to know which tasks are urgent and must be done first. If we don't, delays can happen. It can lead to risk. So first is effective communication. So communication in the engine room, clear communication is very important. If we're not clear, misunderstanding can lead into accidents. So reports and instructions should always be simple and direct and correct. And last, we should always confirm instructions. For example, if a leader gives a command, the person receive it should be repeated back to be sure it's correct. This avoids mistakes. So number 2 is assertive and leadership. So now let's talk about leadership. A leader in the engine room must be firm but still respectful. If you see something unsafe, you should speak up. Don't stay quiet because safety is anyone's responsibility. So leaders should always encourage other to share their ideas or concerns. This way, everyone feels part of the team and problems can be solved faster. Number 3 is situational awareness. So another important element is situational awareness. This means always knowing what's going on around you. So in the engine room, you should be alert to changes in sound, temperature, or even vibration. So these small changes can mean something is wrong. Lastly, teamwork and experience. So every time members' experience is valuable, whether they are new or already skilled. Working together is the only way to solve big problems, because no one can do everything alone. So we should always respect each person's rule, whether it's the engineer, oiler, or trainee. Each one plays an important part in keeping the engine room safe and working. So next we have effective principle of engine resource management, or ERM. So this principle guide us in making the right decisions. So leading a team, checking performance, and planning for both short and long-term operations. So let's go through through them one by one. So first, decision making in the engine room. Decisions should always benefit the whole operation, not just one person. So, for example, if one crew member wants to take an easier job but it leaves the team at risk, that's not a good decision. So, we always need to think of safety and efficient first. A safety decision helps protect not just only the machinery but also the lives of the crew. So at the same time, leadership doesn't mean ignoring others. Good leaders are open. Good leaders are open to feedback and suggestions, because something can be the best solution from teamwork. Another important principle of checking work performance, or what we call appraisal. So regularly checking the quality of work help us know if tasks are being done properly. The leader should also give constructive feedback, not just pointing out mistakes but also suggesting one to improve. This way, the whole team learns and becomes better over time. The last principle is about the short and long-term strategies. So the short-term strategies deals with immediate problem. For example, fixing an alarm, responding to a breakdown, or controlling a small fire. This require quick action. So long-term strategies, on the other hand, are both planning ahead. This concludes scheduling, maintenance, training the crew, and finding ways to prevent problem in the future. So both are important. Short term keeps the ship safe now, and long term ensures safe and efficient in the future. So the conclusion, in summary, the effective principle of ERM are making decision for good of the team, practicing assertive but open leadership, checking and improving work performance, and using both short-term and long-term strategies. So remember, engine resource management is not just about handling machinery. It's about managing people, communication, and decision making. So as OIC, applying this principle help us keep the ship running smoothly, prevent accident, and build a strong, reliable team. Reliable team. Boom.